Show on 95.7 Jams. I am your host, Lady Wu. The crew is in the building. Introduce yourselves, everyone.
Kenny Talk is in the building.
Hey, it's your boy Ant in the building.
It's your boy Big Stud checking in.
Sir says checking in tonight.
Hey everybody, it's Catrice.
We have, did you say something? You started, didn't you? Okay.
It's Faith Divine.
And we got special guest crew members in the studio tonight. Ladies, introduce yourselves.
I am Amy Scott, The Truth with Amy. The one and only Wee Washington.
Welcome to the show. So all of you who are tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in, as you always do every Sunday night at 9 p.m. It's the third Sunday, and a lot of people look forward to the third Sunday because that means it's time for dating, mating, and relating, the adult conversation that we have. So if you have children and you want them to learn the truth, you should keep them here. The truth is whatever people say it is in their opinion. It's their opinion. So you may hear some opinions that you disagree with. Do not get upset. You may also hear some opinions that you agree with, and you may hear some opinions that change your life. That's what Battle is all about. If you have an opinion and you want to share it with us here, you can call in when I tell you to at 7410957. You can email me at woojams@yahoo.com. If you know somebody's number that's in the studio, you can text them directly or follow us on the live feed, which is on my page. I think Amy's going live right now on her social media. And you can find it all over the place. So go and do that. We're going to open up with something to get you in the groove of what dating, mating, and relating is all about. So many times to teach old dogs new tricks. Even spoon-fed the horse at the river, seeing how he didn't want to drink. At some point, though, we do think, am I wasting my time, sharing my heart and my mind? Starting over and over again, to no avail and to no end. Why keep trying to have a mate to call boyfriend or girlfriend, when all they seem to want to do is hang out or lay in? Headaches with no prescription, because we like their description until we get to listening. They got the same stories and same issues, but they don't want solutions. They just want more confusion and somebody to sex and play for a while. Damn child, but children dream of something real. Something they can share with someone who wants to share and be shared with. What's a relationship? What's dating, mating, and relating? So the question is, what is dating, mating, and relating to you? Everybody has their own idea of what it is, how to do it, you know, how to get involved in it, if they should do it. Everybody has their own thing. So what is it to you?
Dating is doing you. I mean, if I choose to go out with a different man every day of the week, that's dating.
Okay.
Okay. Mating.
It's mating.
It's mating. Hopefully I'm not choosing to mate with each and every one of those men, but if you're going out with 7 people in a week's time, more than likely 2 of them are gonna get lucky.
That takes a lot of energy, though. But
it does.
Okay,
but I mean, if you're a single person, you have time on your hand. I mean, what else you gonna do? Sit down and watch TV?
Or go to work, go to school.
Okay, work ends at 5 o'clock.
Community service.
Work ends at 5 o'clock.
Find a hobby. Okay. Relating.
Relating. I don't think you want to ask me about that. I'm a single person. I don't know how to relate to men. I love men. Obviously, there's a disconnect. Obviously, and I don't know.
That's an interesting truth of hers. Okay, so she doesn't know how to connect.
Clearly.
But
Yeah, that's the relating part right there. That's the relating part. When you look at it, relating is about the person that you're dating, that you choose to mate with. You have to take some time out to be able to relate to them. And what I mean by relate to them is identify the things that are super duper important to them, right? And you want to try to bring that stuff to the table. He has to actually find out what are some things that you like and that are super cool about you, and he brings that to the table. What we have to stop doing when it comes to relating is pretty much ignoring what we see that a person might really, really like to bring to the table that which we value or that we feel is important. And then once it gets once it becomes, I would say, from your perception, unappreciated, you feel like, oh, you're going to throw this back at me, and I done did X, Y, and Z.
So her perception, or people's perception of relationships and dating, mating, and relating is always different. That's the first thing. That is not going to always be cookie cutter. It's not going to be the same, because you have individuals that come together to date, to mate, and to relate. So let's go here. What bothers you the most about dating, mating, and relating? What's the most, what stresses you out about this thing? What's so difficult about it for you?
I think the lack of communication. I think the only time we mostly communicate in relationships is in the beginning, when we're trying to feel each other out, see what they're trying to get into, what they're looking for long term, and then the next time we communicate is when there's a problem. So relating to me is, dating is when you're exploring, you're dating several people at one time, this, that, and the third, you not committed to one person. Mating is when you are committed to one person and y'all are working towards something long term. Relating is the constant being in tune with one another. So not just, so like if you're driving in a car, you listen to an AM station, you may go a little bit too far out the line. You may need to adjust that tune button on your radio to get back in alliance with that signal. So we go out of tune with one another, and we don't readjust that signal until it's too late and it's at the end, or somebody's made a rash decision. Now we're forced to get back in tune. So lack of
and fear of communication and falling out of sync with people that you can relate to. That's important to me. Some things are worth holding on to, and I think that a lot of times people get it confused that once you put a title to it, that means that it's something that it changes it. And we were talking about that off air, like the levels of relationships, the levels of relating. We relate to people on a daily basis. But when you say, I want to be with you, then your problems start. Why?
Wow. It's almost as if, because that's when the focus of relating gets cut off. Because now it starts to kind of be a focus towards, okay, what am I going to get out of the situation, and not just being reciprocated as far as the relating piece. It's like that's when it kind of gets cut off, because it's like, it's about what I want. It's about making me happy. It's about what I think that's what happened when we put that title on it.
Let's talk about what's supposed to happen. What's supposed to happen. When you talk about relating, what is supposed to happen when you relate with other people? Okay. Amy.
I feel like when you relate with other people, you need to be like 100% honest what you're really feeling.
Okay.
I said one time, I put on Facebook that I told my husband, you're going to keep on not paying me no attention, and I'm going to cheat on you. Okay?
Okay.
And I feel like that we don't have that conversation before we cheat. We cheat, and then we have this conversation, well, I cheated because I tried to tell you this. You can't stop. And the reason why my relationship works is because I tell it. Look, you're not paying me no attention.
There you go.
Okay, and it's people out here. I'm going places now, and people paying me some attention. There's some fine dudes out there. Okay, you need to pay me some attention.
Okay, so it's the little things.
It's the little things, and people don't even know how to tell their mates that they have a problem. And a lot of times, y'all men flip that on us, boy. We tell y'all ain't paying us no attention. I gotta work.
Oh, ding. Amy, you said something though. You said that in a relationship, you say, you're not paying me any attention. But I think the reason we're having this conversation is because people can't even get to that point of saying that we're in a relationship. People are fearful of relationships. And, you have friends, many friends galore. You can pull a friend down from out of any tree or pick them up off of any ground if you like. Anywhere if you like. You see what I mean? You can have a friend anywhere. You can take your friends anywhere. But when you have special friends, why do you not try to cherish those situations and make those long-lasting relationships? I see Catrice agreeing with me, but I'm just wondering, what is the fear of relating in relationships and having someone that you can count on?
People, they have too many secrets.
Oh,
they feel like they can't tell their mate things. They feel like they can't tell them everything about them. Okay. You look on Facebook and people tell you, okay, can your mate give you their password to their phone? People act a fool when that question comes.
Oh, yeah.
But if you can have my password.
Right.
Baby,
no lock on it. Ain't no lock. Ain't no password.
I don't. Why would I need a lock if I don't have anything to hide? I'm just yours exclusively and you're mine exclusively.
Because there's something wrong with going there. People have a fear of getting to that exclusivity.
That's what I was just about to
Catrice.
say. Good point.
What did you want to say, darling?
I think that there are a lot of unhealed wounds, like from past relationships that people have, and they never really deal with them personally. In order to grow, like whatever you can gain from the situation, take something positive from it and grow and move forward with it. But instead, hold on to it, and somehow it blocks them from ever even seeing a future with somebody or, experiencing a great relationship because you're holding back to a certain extent.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Absolutely.
You got to be able to give somebody else a chance or give yourself a chance. If you messed up right here.
I did.
If you mess up.
All right.
And you keep that, it's about guilt. And I'm speaking from a place of understanding here. It's about guilt. People carry guilt, and then they use that guilt as ammunition. And you can't do that. You have to deal with the guilt. You have to deal with the baggage. Then you can move on. Stop moving on if you haven't dealt with your guilt and your issues. Right. You can't continue to move on and date 7 people in a week and feel like that's going to get you somewhere. You're going to continue to be hurt.
But that's why I'm a compulsive dater right now.
So you know it's an issue.
Yes, I have issues. I can't seem to maintain a relationship. I have issues.
You need an appointment.
No, because I'm not trying to maintain one either.
Okay. There we go.
My next boyfriend can have another girlfriend.
And why is that?
I'm tired. You see all that he said? It was too much. It's too much work. I don't want to do all that work. If I go to work every day, then I come home and I'm a mom, I'm not going to work with you too much.
7410957. You should not have to work that hard for something that's right. You should not. I want my people who are in successful relationships to call in and let us know how does it work. People that have given up on love and relationships, I want you to call in as well. If you feel like I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't do it. Let us know why. Like who wants to die alone? Who wants to not have anyone to leave their things to but a pet? Your pet. What you said? That we need puppies. I don't even want no puppy. So the phone lines are open. I'm going to play y'all a song so we can talk to you. 7410957. You're listening to Vital, Dating, Mating, and Relating. This happens every third Sunday. And it goes in different directions kind of depending on what we're going through. Seems like a lot of people going through a lot of things. So we're going to talk about it because we can. Be right back.